For most people that have offshore accounts that have a U.S. address, a U.S. telephone number, a U.S. power of attorney, that information will ultimately end up in the hands of the United States government, the Internal Revenue Service, or the Criminal Investigation Division of the Internal Revenue Service. I love what I'm doing. There is a great deal of satisfaction in helping people solve problems. By that I mean dealing with people that have offshore accounts and assets that need to be disclosed for U.S. government tax and state tax reasons. There is a new form that is required. It is a relatively new process, and there are many issues with respect to disclosing the assets, in particular what kinds of assets need to be disclosed and how they are valued. I would say there's a great deal of ignorance in the community at large with respect to what needs to be disclosed and what the consequences are of non-disclosure. There has been very aggressive enforcement action on the part of the United States government. The penalties for non-disclosure of foreign bank accounts are severe. They range from imprisonment to 50% per year of the account balance if actions are deemed to have been willful, in some cases deportation. These are all people who are coming here to pursue the American dream. They oftentimes deal with people for purposes of tax preparation that are from their same communities who bring the same kinds of attitudes. We're not going to tell the government about it attitude, which often gets them into bigger problems and has gotten them to the point where they're coming to see me. The worst possible thing that a client can do is try and cover up their tracks, move their money to another location, pretend that the government's not going to find them, ignore the problem is the worst thing that they can do. If the client is coming to me with an undisclosed foreign bank account, the process is rather straightforward. We do a pre-clearance letter, we then do a voluntary disclosure agreement, we have a response to government inquiries with respect to information contained on amended tax returns. We then enter into a closing agreement with the government, and the client goes home a little poorer, but knowing full well that they're not going to prison and that they're not going to have this problem again. There's a compassionate side to this work where you can take somebody who has gotten themselves into a problem that they thought was insoluble. Oftentimes people come to me and ask, am I going to prison? Am I going to jail? I feel great when I can deliver a sense of relief to somebody else.